got you here again. First, I want to thank you for hanging out and watching this short video series with me. I really think you're going to pick up some good information that will at least provide you with some understanding and serve you better as you're moving through your diet wherever you are in your phase of training and dieting. So to start, you saw the title. This one's based on dieting in a deficit, and it goes over the fact that your body always will adjust based on how you're feeding it and what you tell it to do, like basically how you want it to react. Obviously today we're talking about dieting, so I'm using the Precision Fitness whiteboard, and we always start with these things. We always start with calories because that's your measurement of food energy, and then time down there at the bottom. So very simple. I'm going to flip this over and kind of draw with you guys today. So to start, we know that your body has a basic starting place, right? And that starting place is an average of how much food you consume on a daily basis. So we're going to give ourselves a little bit of a line here, and we're going to call that average your total daily energy expenditure, right? So I'm going to put right here TDEE, total daily energy expenditure. And that's your baseline. So you know that if you're eating at that line, let me flip this over for you. So you know that if you're eating this much food every single day, you're not going to gain weight and you're not also going to lose weight, right? That's your baseline. That's your body's average, right? So whenever we talk about dieting down, when we're getting ready to go on the boat party or meet up with somebody you haven't seen in years, or like today, most of you guys are or have friends or family that are competing on stage, maybe even right now. So what they've done is they've chosen to be in a calorie deficit. Now how you do that and the techniques you use are super, super important. We're not going to go into that right now, but just in general, what we're going to look at is a deficit. And let's pretend these individuals know exactly how much they're consuming, and they've decided to do, 15%, or that'd be kind of aggressive. Let's say 7.5% under that TDEE, under that total daily energy expenditure, right? So I'm going to start at 7.5%, and this is kind of what it looks like, right? Can you guys see that? You've got where you started, and then you've dropped your calories, right? So we know somewhere in this space, if you've managed your carbs, your proteins, your fats, and your micronutrients right, then you're burning exclusively fat, right? Well, what happens for people who don't really know the details of this is they simply pull out calories, they eat less, and intuitively we think, okay, well, if I'm eating this much and then I eat this much, I'm going to lose weight. And you're 100% accurate, you are going to lose weight. But super, super important, never confuse weight loss with fat loss, because they're two completely different things, okay? I can give you guys, I'm standing at the booth right here. You can ask me, say, hey, can you give me a diet that'll make me lose 3 pounds per day or 10 pounds a weekend? And I'll be able to do that for you, but you're gonna be dehydrated, you're gonna feel like crap, and it's not gonna be fat loss, I can tell you that right now. So that's not the way we operate here at Precision Fitness. It's really about fat loss, not weight loss. So what happens, this person sees, pull this back a little bit, this individual sees a certain amount of success, right? Well, over time what happens? That fat loss or that weight loss slows down a little bit, and this is why. Because over time, your body, with its millions and millions of monitoring mechanisms, with its ability to keep you alive, your body's metabolism will adapt to the average calorie intake that you have. So now you have a new total daily energy expenditure. Your body is adjusted for the deficit in the calories that you have, right? So we're gonna fast forward. Let's pretend this is going on for several weeks at a time. And at the end of each, we'll call it a cycle. Let's pretend every 2 weeks or so, this individual says, okay, well, you know what? I'm not losing the weight I need to. I'm gonna pull more calories back. So what I'm gonna illustrate for you here is the way that your metabolism will adapt to these things, right? So what happens? I'm gonna scoot my chair back here real quick. So what happens? You've got the initial success, yeah, you're super happy, it's really, really working. Then metabolism matches what you've done and it slows down, right? Well, you say, okay, well, let me just pull a few more calories. Maybe you go from 7.5% to 12%, then to 15%. So once we start approaching 20%, that gets really dangerous, okay? So each time, metabolism adapts, you pull calories. Metabolism adapts, you pull calories. Guys, I've worked with folks, and we're talking about grown men who are eating 900 to 1,000 calories a day. I'm working with women who have eaten the same amount. And these are people, based on our calculations, that should be eating like 2,400 calories a day. But because of this negative trend, this is what we see. And this is what we know, we think we know to do intuitively when we're dieting down. So general scope, general thing that I want you guys to learn from this today is that your metabolism does not stay the same. It will always adjust based on what you tell it to do. And what you tell it to do is indicated by your food, by your activity, and huge component, and also by your recovery, meaning how much sleep are you getting. So again, I'll show the wipe off board one more time. This is super negative, guys. This is not what we want. And anybody who's been through it before can tell you this sucks. Like, this is not fun to do, right? But what's even worse is what's coming next. What happens when you come out of the diet? You might go back up to your original weight, but you feel fat. And more often times, people aren't.